Don't get above your raisin was a phrase I heard a lot as a kid. It was usually applied when I tried to show my parents I knew more than they did. Kids get full of themselves as they acquire knowledge and confidence, and many of the old ways start to look ridiculous to them. I was no exception. In fact, one might say I generally pushed the envelope. That particular phrase, "don't get above your raisin," bugged me no end. It seemed to imply that any adjustment to the current ways of doing things was to be avoided, feared even. It also implied to me that society was static, and any attempt to move beyond your designated station in life was some form of betrayal to those who had gone before. That attitude was pervasive throughout the South when I was a kid, as was a disdain for book learning versus common sense, which as best I could determine was a blend of opinion, prejudice, and wishful thinking. My response was always, "Then why do I have to go to school?" Another stock phrase would then be applied, "because I said so." I knew better than to argue with that one, and generally let the matter lie. The attitude also found its way into church. I listened to many a sermon bemoaning the plight of the average man, with the only solution being to hold on and suffer until death set you free and you received your reward in heaven. I didn't buy it then, and I still don't. It seemed to me to just be one more way the haves stacked the deck against the have-nots. "Don't get above your raisin" could also be the unspoken slogan of the MAGA movement, as they long for a return to a better time that simply never existed except for a small percentage of the population. If history teaches us anything, it's that society is not static, and the common man can make great strides toward equality by acting together with others. If I had a kid, which I don't, I would tell him or her, get as far above your raising as you possibly can. Make your world better than you found it. Build on the good and toss the rest. The world will probably never be perfect, but as Robert Browning said, but a man's reach should exceed his grasp. Or what's a heaven for?